because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Clemson Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Sooners will put total leather to crank us up. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Goes to the option. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, going for the big play. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
A nice job by the QB. It's 3rd down. It's money down. I'm looking to throw the ball down the field. What's open? My running back. Find him, hit him, let him do the rest. Good job.
The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in, it's Williams. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, you find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Didn't get much on 1st down, it's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And after making the interception, a terrific return to put his offense in great field position at the 42.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The give to the tailback. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, in the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Fourth down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This Tiger running game starting to show some juice, sort of a C.J. Spiller type of feel.
Yeah, and it doesn't always hit you early. It doesn't always hit you on the first possession, but I do think they've done a good job over the years, Clemson, with sticking with the run game, creating that balance, trying to get those first downs, and try to create some tempo against your defense.
Quickly out to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Working well behind the sticks on second down. On the option. Runs through the tackle. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Clemson jumps to the line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to pass. It's Klubnik. Caught near the sticks. It's Moore. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough to beat.
Going to swing it on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's called most to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. The offense changing the play. Just keeps slinging it. Makes the grab. That'll be enough for down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it.
Touchdown, Tiger! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They're in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Cincinnati is running away with this one right now. It's kind of felt like that old Bearcat has been crowd surfing all game. They're up by 17 over Arizona. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
They're going to ride this running back. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the offense goes toss play, but guys, they do it running into the boundary where there's just not a lot of space and room to work for the running back. He had nowhere to go, and he got tackled for a loss.
The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. And another big play from a Sooner receiver. We've seen that before. Some places you might get grades like C, D, all A-pluses here.
And he grabbed it like a lamb and serving up busted chops like you've seen this offense do so many times in the past.
Caught behind the line. It's Tatum. Turning it on! Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Caught close to the marker. It's Ott. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
The sure hands, it's up. He just won't take a big hit. Slides off guys, makes moves. He's down to the 21.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Finds his man. It's Burks. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And we've called his name a lot, and that's interception number 6. That's 6. He just continues to find ways to find the football and make plays for this defense.
Using his legs, it's Randall. Breaks into the open. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Randall. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
Takes the handoff. It's Robinson. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
He tries to take the top off. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Tigers. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas, try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Ott. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. Don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. They'll run the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Wants to fire on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Ott. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches there.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We worked on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Trying to do it on the ground. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
I like the the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up. They bowed up and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Clemson looking to convert on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Well, there you're seeing the mentality of this head coach in the game, going for it on 4th down. A lot of guys would have tried to kick a field goal, but I think this guy knows, hey, we're not going to win this game putting 3s up on the board. We need touchdowns. Nice attitude.
He's got an open man. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys. They usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there in that touchdown catch.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Coming out with it, it's Kearney. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll give it to the back. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the 1st half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. Used to see that play a ton back in the day.
Lets it fly. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
Man, what great discipline by this defense. They didn't sit on routes short. They take a shot down the field on 3rd and short. Questionable shot, probably. Nice job being disciplined and getting the interception.
Yeah, and just because you have the shot play called on 3rd down like that as a quarterback, that doesn't give you the freedom to just throw it down there if he's not open. I think that time he forced it into traffic, and that's why it got picked off.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a 1st at the 29. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. He leaves it with his back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Easy. Might as well give it to him again. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
And one of the things you're taught as a defensive guy, when you're trying to strip the football, you got to secure the tackle with one hand, try to get the football with the other, and they're not securing the tackle. I get it. They're trying to go for the fumble, but they got to do a better job executing.
Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Here's a heat. And to get rid of it quickly.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Wants to adjust the pattern. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Trying to find the end zone. They got him the football, but he could not convert. It'll be 4th down.
I'll tell you, I love the effort by the defense on that play, stopping him short of the goal line. It's now 4th down, and if this offense chooses to go for it here in this situation, can the defense come up with another big play?
They'll try to run it in, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
In a 4th and goal situation, bring in the beef, the goal line package, all the heavy guys, the tight ends, and just pound the rock when you need it. Running back falling forward, getting the touchdown. Offense just went big on your booty.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Kearney. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. The Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. Leaves it with the running back. Oh, he's got some space. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Right back to the well. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens, and they get out of sync, and they don't make big plays, but man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field, so somebody's got to make a play for their quarterback.
He breaks a tackle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Throws to the tight end. And it's his 4th interception of the night. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His 2nd big game-changing play in this football game.
The give and tick, 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 tick. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Let's go. Takes the handoff. It's Adams. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on 3rd. Quickly to the tight end. There he goes. I know they were expected to win this game, and they're just about to finish it off, but there is something to be said for handling this type of pressure.
Handling it and squashing. I mean, what an unbelievable job proving that you're one of the best teams in the country. Like, leave no doubt. That's a good football team on the other side of the field, Palmer, that they just took apart.
Yeah, they've been able to fight complacency all season long. It seems like it never matters who's lined up across from them. They're bringing their A-plus game to the yard, and they did that here today. Statement delivered.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.